Congressman, tell me a little bit about this VA clinic and how it's going to help the community around Conroe.
Well, this is a major expansion of the VA clinic in Conroe. The current one we have is just overflowing. The veterans can't find enough parking spaces, but the health care is terrific. So this is a bit of a game changer. It dramatically expands the space, increases the number of doctors, nurses, but they also expands the services our veterans will be getting, and doing it in a way that they can see it in a timely manner, get health care locally. So it's really, this is just a huge step forward.
What about, I know you talked to quite a few veterans. I mean, you make quite a few of their lunches and that, and breakfast. What are they saying about it, and also the parking areas out here?
Our veterans can hardly wait. This is the question we get at all of our town hall meetings when I run into veterans just on the street. They're anxious to know when the expansion opens. Plus, before, because it was so overflowing, they couldn't even find a parking spot. So usually the first question is, when does it open? The second one is, will I find a parking spot? And the answer is soon, and yes, you will.
What do you think? You think they're pretty much welcoming this then, and the doctors and everything welcome to move over here?
Yeah, I tell you what, I think the professional staff at the VA is excited about the expansion. I know our veterans and their families are, and I think just like we predicted for the first clinic, this one's going to be filled as well, because we just have so many veterans here north of Houston who are going to get care locally instead of having to drive so far, and we think that's a game changer for our local veterans.
Okay, good.
What is your name?
My name is Anna Teague.
Anna, spell your last name, Anna.
Teague.
Okay. And what's your capacity here?
I'm the Associate Chief of Staff of all the community-based clinics.
Tell me about the clinic in Conroe now compared to what you're looking at here today.
The Conroe now is serving about 9,000 patients in a just over 10,000 square foot building. It's very small, very compressed, and now they're going to be moving into this building, which is about 3,200 and maybe larger pretty soon. And they will get a lot more services here than they're getting currently.
What kind of additional services are you looking at compared to what's available now?
Additional services here they will get is physical therapy, occupational therapy, audiology, optometry. They can get their x-rays, CT scan, mammogram, and eventually we are thinking of expanding to sleep study and dental.
Veterans pretty much looking forward to this?
Right. Veterans are, the goal of all the community-based clinics are to serve the veterans as much as possible near their home. So we also, in addition to what we are adding, we also always have had in the past, do a lot of things by telehealth. Specialty care offers are done by telehealth, and which was done from Houston. The specialist oncologists, like oncologists in Houston, can see patients here for follow-up. That kind of a service will continue.
What about now the services? They're kind of excited about not having to travel for the services any longer?
Yes, travel and parking, both.
What about the additional staff you're going to have?
We're going to have staff for any additional services we are adding. We will have staff for that. In addition to that, we are also expanding primary care and mental health.
Number-wise, what are we looking at staff-wise?
Number-wise, we are right now in the mid-50s, and we will be somewhere around 80, 70 to 80.
Over at the other facility, when did the old facility open up?
Old facility, I think it opened around 2006, if I'm not mistaken.
Capacity, how long before it reached its capacity?
About a year and a half.
So already overflowing with veterans.
Yes.
Is this tell me about this compared to the other clinics around the area, the size of this?
The other clinics in the VA clinics, you mean? VA clinics, the closest one is in Tomball, and they are around the same size, but their growth around 8,000 patients they are serving right now, and the size is kind of similar, but they do not have the souped up imaging center.
Okay. All right.
community came together and our veterans all fought overflowing, and the prediction was right.
It was
Yeah.
overflowing in 2006 when it opened first.
It's been one of the most heavily used in the regional VA system. So we sought, we got the approval by then Secretary Shinseki. There was some sort of bureaucratic stuff up in DC that delayed it for a while. Now it's on track and had quality health care close to home. And this clinic in Conroe's been providing it. And now
some of these will change, but this goes into exam rooms and
Tweak some things, yeah.
this will be different when we get done. But all these exam rooms back here, we're leaving as they are. Because they'll fit our purpose. So why tear them down?
this was so much better.
It's gonna be kind of mundane because you see the
No,
same
it's
type of thing.
actually kind of reassuring, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
that it's already this well built out.
Oh, yeah.
So you haven't been here when it was Sadler? Have you? No?
No.
Have is any type of cafeteria or any of that stuff. But
Oh,
we'll have our own interior one. And this part right here will be
for the work.
for the employees and
Staff.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. So the staff will increase as well with the services?
Yes, the staff will increase. We currently have 7 PAC teams, which is like primary care teams with a provider, and we are going to be 9 by the time we move
Okay.
here. We are currently hiring people for that. And
What's
then
the size of a primary
a
care
primary
team?
care team, 1 panel is the staffing wise, it's a physician, an RN, an LVN, and a MSA, which is the administrative person. That's 4 people. And plus, we have the support like social worker across the team, PharmDs across the team,
Okay.
and mental health, which is along with it. And each team has about 1,100 to 1,200 patients.
Okay.
And once we have all of them, right now it's a little above there because we have not added staff
Yeah,
because we don't have space for them. But now when we move here, it'll really
right.
give them a space and
And that'll go from 7 teams to 9?
it's, right now, we have vacancy for 9. We are already hiring.
Okay,
So
great.
we want to make sure that we continue with that. Yeah.
So up here will be, these offices will be administrative?
No, they're the same thing,
Oh, they do all the way around?
all the way
Okay.
around. And there in the corner, we have the audiology and the optometry.
Oh, but again, we're gonna put a reception window right here.
Okay.
So when people get off the elevator, they can't help but see
Yeah.
the reception, so.
So it was kind of,
Oh,
we
great.
got lucky a lot of the ways.
Yeah.
Rehabbing patients next to it.
They got those evil while they're doing it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's good, it's nice.
Lab results, we call them. But they really, the doctor sometimes feels that they need.
Next to
And
it.
so the machine is here, the person doing it's back there, right?
That's correct. Electronically on the screen, but we'll have radiologists right over there. In a room over there that'll be reading films up here, so.
The radiology.
Right now.
Trust me, they are not. Yeah. No, that's the question.
That's a huge thing. Part of it.
200,
That's actually
there's
the
more
first
than 200
question.
spaces here.
I didn't realize it was just, it's really been designed well. That's really a shortcut.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, with all the exam rooms, that's one thing we're going to have to do.
Yes.
But still, you got a lot of technical stuff we gotta stick in there,
Yeah.
that they didn't have. Now, this is the 3rd floor. Remember when we were talking about audiology? This is gonna be the audiology booths here. They're doing the
Okay.
hearing exams. Here's our eye lanes right here. Here's our retinal imaging cubicles for visiting physicians or nurses or whoever. And then this is for administrative staff here. And then, as you can see, this is all exam rooms going to flow in here. Different PAC teams.
Got it. This is this floor.
Now, this is the floor we're on right now. And here you can see the lab that I showed you.
To put the room together for the CTs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because you
Yeah.
got to do all the wall,
That's-
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
lead
Special,
wall.
It,
Yeah.
it takes a little extra lead and stuff for the
Yeah.
CT scanner.
yeah.
And that's true.
And
for
I was
all the
worried, I was
radiology.
worried when we first got here because we looked at those elevators saying, oh man, this thing, the CT scanner is big, can we get it through the elevator? I thought I was gonna have to go out and get one of those.
It's gone to the visit.
Then the
and it's
Vision's
going to
approved
the-
it and now it's up in
Yeah.
central office.
It's 5,000.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's two of the things that are a demanding service.
This opportunity to expand in this building, that you guys have your eyes on some other ideas.
Oh, well, that's what I was telling the congressman.
With other units. Motor vehicle accident. U.S. Highway 59. Indiana.